What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and a lot of people like when I make videos like this, and it helps you guys get a good reference of size and width and length and all sorts of things when it comes to different firearms and popular everyday carry options. You yourself may have a Glock 26 or a CZ P10M, or maybe you got a Glock 43X. So when I compare these on video, it helps you guys get a better idea. It just allows you to make a better decision instead of going to the firearm store, the firearm range, and saying, hey, can I see this, all back to back? This sort of puts it in perspective for you, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. But there's a lot of hype going around with the Hellcat 17-round mag. Now, obviously, it was designed majority for the Hellcat Pro, and it would sit just down here, right? So now you got 17 rounds in this very thin, small 3.7-inch barrel setup, which is absolutely awesome. But what I discovered is, and I think I was the first to do it, but you take the 15-round mag sleeve off of the 15-round mag, and you throw it on there, on the 17-round mag, and now you have no pinching because the way they designed it with the overlap, no pinching, and you're getting 17 rounds in the smallest possible setup. So we're going to be comparing it out of the Hellcat because it's absolutely awesome. And I know people are going to say, oh, it doubled the length. Oh, it's so long, it's so big. Yeah, people carry full sizes all day long. So it is what it is. And for me, this would be more of like a fall carry, a winter carry, something where you can put a hoodie over it, stuff like that, and you're not too worried about printing. I can never, ever carry this in the summertime, because I have a hard time carrying a Glock 43X as it is. But we're going to go ahead and get started with the comparison. And you might see some cool firearms around here, but I just want to speak about the XDM real quick. Springfield Armory is killing it. I don't care what you guys say. HS Products, Springfield Armory, whatever. They're killing it. They have a 35-round mag, OEM, for the XDM that Springfield put out. Runs flawlessly. 36 rounds in a 3.8-inch barrel in this awesome, awesome setup right here. So flat shooting. Absolutely love the XDM. So that's pretty cool. But we'll just get started with that comparison. 17 plus 1 on the right, 13 plus 1 on the left. Okay, that's the XDM. One of my Glock 26s, one of my 26 builds. 12 plus 1 on the left, 17 plus 1 on the right. FN Reflex, 17 plus 1 on the right, 15 plus 1 on the left. Absolutely love the Reflex. And we'll do Ruger LCP Max. Hog pocket holsters with that push-off tab that works amazing. 10 plus 1 of 380 on the left, 17 plus 1 of 9mm on the right. That's my everyday carry. Glock 26 has the same base plate on it. Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 subcompact, 12 plus 1 on the left, 17 plus 1 on the right. The major thing is the overall width. Glock 26, that's with the 12-round OEM mag, 17 plus 1 on the right, 12 plus 1 on the left. This is an awesome Glock 26 build. I use a comp on it. This is basically a race Glock 26 if you really want to look at it that way. Timney Alpha trigger. Absolutely love shooting this thing. It's super fun. This is the SLR Rifle Works plus 3 base plate for the Glock 30s. So this is a 12 plus 1 setup of 45 ACP. So 18 rounds on the right, overall 13 on the left of 45, which is actually a pretty crazy comparison if you think about it. Smith & Wesson CSX, 12 plus 1 on the left, 17 plus 1 on the right. So you can see where the extra 5 rounds comes in. It's not like this new mag is saving any space in some crazy way, but Glock 19 on the left, 15 plus 1 versus 17 plus 1 on the right. So you can see where Springfield, got the extra 2 rounds or, whatever. Canic MC9, 12 plus 1 on the left, 17 plus 1 on the right. So obviously this mag isn't designed for, just carrying in a t-shirt or whatever. It's going to stick out. But carrying it as a backup mag, or if you only have a Hellcat, you can throw it in your home defense when you get home. I mean, the possibilities are endless with the Hellcat because you can throw an 11-round flush mag in there, throw that in your pocket. But if you really had to, you could get 17 plus 1, 18 rounds out of a 3-inch barrel. This is insane. It's crazy and reliable. Glock 43 on the left, that's 8 plus 1 versus 17 plus 1 on the right. That's actually a pretty funny comparison. But I do love my 43. I can't even lie to you guys. Shield Plus, 13 plus 1 on the left. Hellcat, 17 plus 1 on the right. It's killing the Shield Plus. I mean, it's not even close. Well, I guess you could see, no, but that's also because the Shield Plus is thinner. So everything's a give or take when it comes to everyday carry. Everything is a give or take. You give up, velocity and speed with a short barrel and accuracy, but also you increase your ability to be comfortable, you increase your ability to carry easier, you increase your ability to carry in your pocket, and so on. So everything is give or take. Same with width. The thinner the firearm, the less mass on the slide, the more recoil it's going to be. It's just how it is. So it's all about finding that perfect balance for that specific situation. But 11 plus 1 on the left in the Mossberg MC2SC, 17 plus 1 on the right with the Hellcat. That's pretty crazy. But you can see where they got the extra rounds. Let's do this is a cheat code, I know, but this is the SLR Rifleworks plus 5 for the Glock 26. So this is a 15 plus 1 setup. And this is probably going to be the best comparison when it comes to Hellcat losing. Look at that, 15 plus 1 on the left. That's insane. That is crazy. Obviously, it's thicker, but two awesome firearms. Love my Glock 26s. Here's the 43X. With the dagger mags, it's 15 plus 1 on the left, 17 plus 1 on the right, but you can also imagine a 10-round OEM in the Glock 43X versus 17 plus 1 on the right. So Hellcat's destroying it, I'm sorry. And you have to use aftermarket mags and spend the money. And SIG P365X, 12 plus 1 setup versus the Hellcat, 17 plus 1 setup. Very comparable firearms, but the Hellcat did outdo the P365 for being the smallest firearm with the most capacity, which was 11 plus 1 with the flush mag, which is the same length as 10 plus 1 in that SIG, but shout out to SIG for creating it. CZ P10M, only 7 plus 1 on the left versus 17 plus 1 on the right. But what's amazing is, even though I own stuff like the Hellcat, like the P365, like the GX4, you know, all these high capacity small firearms like the FN Reflex, I still find a lot of times I like bringing my CZ P10M with me. It's something about the ergonomics, the overall feel of the firearm, but also its shootability. This thing has very little recoil. Yes, it's got a thicker slide, but that helps with the recoil. It's really low where your hand is sitting. I mean, your hand is sitting very high to control that. Low borax is just a very good shooter. I mean, I love this thing. I've put a good amount of rounds through it. Not a single issue. So I have no problem carrying something this small, but a lot of people do. So it is what it is. Like I said, everything's a give or take. 17 plus 1 on the left, 17 plus 1 on the right. That is my Glock 45. And they're basically even. But it's the width. Look at the width. Holy cow. That's pretty crazy. And then last but definitely not least, my CZ P10S. Absolutely love this thing. That's 12 plus 1 on the left versus 17 plus 1 on the right. And that's your comparison. Obviously, it's much thicker. But in conclusion, what is the point of this video? The point of this video, in my opinion, is I get that everyone has preferences, and like I said, everything's a give or take, and based off how your life is and how you live, what you do for a living, and so on. But in my opinion, the Hellcat is one of the most versatile firearms in this world. It's getting up there with the Glock 26. Now, it doesn't have the magazine options the Glock 26 has, or the parts compatibility and stuff like that. But the fact that the Hellcat Pro was released really helped the Hellcat, and by making magazines and stuff like this, absolutely love this. And I like the fact that Hellcat, or that Springfield Armory is thinking about us who own Hellcats, and thinking about the fact that, okay, we have 15 rounds, but they released a new firearm. Let's make that mag be 100% compatible. And I absolutely love that, because when in situations like that, just like my Glock 26, I buy a new Glock 19, I just got 2 or 3 new Glock mags for my Glock 26 as well. I buy a Glock 45, I just got 2 or 3 new mags for my Glock 26 as well. Same with the Hellcat. I just bought a gear up package for my Hellcat Pro, came with 5 mags. I just got 5 mags for my Hellcat. So when stuff like when crap hits the fan, bug out bags, stuff like that, it just helps having that magazine compatibility, parts compatibility, and all that. On top of that, a lot of people don't realize you can take the slide off the Hellcat Pro and throw it on your Hellcat, right? Let's do it real quick, okay? Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this while looking through the screen. Sorry, I don't know why that was so hard, but there we go. And then I will do the same for my Hellcat Pro. Drop the mag. Man, this is being stubborn as can be. I hate to say it. Okay, so now you have the original Hellcat. You still got that 3.7-inch barrel from the Hellcat Pro. So this is basically a Hellcat Pro with the 17-round mag. But at the same time, now I can make my Hellcat Pro take 11-round flush mags, right? So I'm getting a 3.7-inch barrel, more accuracy, speed, better velocity, all that, better expansion from your hollow points, stuff like that. but I can also conceal it much easier. So the ability to do stuff like this, like the Glock 26 can and all that, is absolutely great. Love this. Obviously the SIGs can do it and all that, but the Hellcat Pro and the Hellcat are becoming one of the most versatile firearms on the market. But the biggest thing about these things are they're reliable. They eat everything. They spit out everything. But anyways, guys, really look at this. This could be a great home defense setup. 3.7-inch barrel, 17 plus 1, TLR 7 sub. How can you really beat that if you only have one firearm? Definitely doable. Anyways, guys, appreciate you watching. Thanks.